get into this face, honey. Oh my goodness, I ate down my base, y'all. So bad, like so bad. I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now and I'm like, yeah, girl, you did that. Obviously, as you read by the title, today is gonna be a base routine. I haven't done a makeup tutorial on YouTube in so long, but I did do a base routine on my Instagram and my TikTok, and y'all loved it. And a lot of people were asking me like, oh baby, slow down a little bit, you know? So I'm like, what better way than to bring it on YouTube so that we can actually take our time and do it together step by step. This is the base routine that I literally use every single day. I may switch out different products like foundation, concealer, but for the most part, like the steps are the same. And I did just recently get on Try and Know One a couple days ago, so your girl is actually breaking out a little bit. So today is going to be really focused on blurring and smoothing, because baby, I'm not trying to have these pimples show that much. Now they are going to show. I'm not a magician, but you know, I just want to give it that effect of it being a little bit more blurred and smoothed out today. But we're going to get right into it. But before we do so, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to follow your girl on Instagram and on TikTok. And yeah, let's get into it. Our first step for any flawless base routine is going to be that skin prep. Please, please, please do not skip this step. I started off with my Ethnicity Barrier Boost Plumping Serum, and I told you guys initially that I was really focused on smoothing and blurring out my skin today. So for my primer, I'm going in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer, okay? And if there's one product that I say do not skip in this routine, it is the Ethnicity Blurring Balm Powder. You guys, this is so good for blurring out your skin. And if you wanted to actually match your skin tone, it actually comes in different shades also. So next, I'm going to be really focusing in on my dark spots and my dark marks. So I'm going in with my Morphe concealer, and I'm just going to spot correct the different areas that, you know, are a little bit imperfect in my skin. And once we've got all that covered, we're going to go ahead and blend everything out. I will, of course, make sure that I list down below all the brushes that I'm using, but everything is from Morphe. And honestly, by this step, your skin should already be looking flawless. Next, we're going to be setting all the areas that we use concealer. And honestly, this is just always a rule. Wherever you use concealer, make sure that you set it so that it does not move around. And for my setting powder, I'm using my Laura Mercier, and this is in medium deep. Now that we've corrected everything underneath the skin, we are going to go ahead with our foundation. I love this foundation from House Labs. It is such a perfect match. I believe this is medium coverage, but you can of course build it up to full coverage. And it's just such a nice skin-like finish. I love it. Next is going to be our concealer. I'm using two. The first one is about a shade or two lighter than my skin tone. And then the second one that I'm going to go in is going to be 3 to 4 shades lighter. You don't need to have a super bright under eye, but for today's look, I did want something a little bit brighter. Next is going to be our cream contour. This one is from LYS Beauty. I have been using her for a couple months now, and I just love how easy it is to blend her out. Once I have my concealer and my contour down, I always go in with a setting spray. This one is, of course, from Danessa Myricks, and this is really the key to making sure that your makeup lasts. Now we can go ahead and start blending everything out. I always leave blending out my under eyes for last so that it can just set in a little bit. And before I go and blend out my contour, I like to go in with my lighter concealer. That way, when I am blending out my contour, it's giving my concealer some more time to settle in my skin. And can we please take a second to just look at how easy it is to blend out that contour? It is literally melting in my skin like butter. And I was feeling very pink today, so I'm going in with my Say Beauty blush, and this is in the shade Dreamy. I usually go in with about 2 layers. It's definitely a blush that you build up, so you don't have to worry about using too much. And now that my concealer has had some time to dry, we are going to go ahead and finally blend her out. Now, this next step is something that I tried honestly a couple months back and I haven't stopped, and that is where I go and I set my under eye with a pressed powder first before I go in with the loose powder. And I'm of course setting every area that I use concealer, and then now I'm going in with my loose powder and I'm just setting my under eye. Next will be our blush. So usually I would actually go in with my bronzer first, but I forgot. But honestly, it's okay. Now I'm going in with my bronzer, and my blush and bronzer are both from Juvia's Place, and the pigment on these are so amazing. And for some added definition, I'm carving out my cheeks with my loose powder, and this is by Huda Beauty in Cinnamon Bun. And we are almost done with this base. Now we're just going in and just cleaning up the rest of that excess powder. And for some extra brightness, I'm going back in with that Estee Lauder pressed powder, and I'm going over my under eye. This step is not absolutely necessary, but I do feel like it makes a difference. And this is only a tutorial for my base, so I'm gonna go ahead and do everything else off camera, and we'll be back. Okay, this is the final look, and y'all, I love how this makeup turned out. Like, honestly, I just feel like the camera truly isn't even doing it justice. Like, in person, baby, she eats. And honestly, on camera, she eats too, okay? I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but if you guys do have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. But let me know what you guys think. Love you, bye.